Good evening, everyone, and it is loud out there and bright for still a lot of people as we're tracking showers and storms throughout the coastal empire and low country. So we're going to do a little bit differently tonight. I'm not just going to click through some scenes, is what we call them. I'm actually going to do a little interactive with you here. So instead of being on the wall when we have interactive where I draw things out, I'm going to have Teddy Roundtree, our digital producer, help me kind of flip back and forth. So let's go ahead and take this full. We have an aerial flood advisory in effect until 10:15, and that's for most of Savannah proper all the way to the islands, kind of stopping at Thunderbolt and maybe not including portions of Wilmington, but Whitmarsh included in this, and pretty much all of Magnolia Park. So if you have any pictures out there, we had the storm chaser out earlier, and we had some flooding on Habersham just before Durin. We had some flooding on 56th and Victory and MLK, you know, the local spots that usually flood. And I was thinking that it may include Pool or portions of Benton Boulevard, but it doesn't. It just hits up Dean Forest Road and then back toward the city. So if you are in this area, we are still expecting some flooding. And let me just tell you what, I'm going to put the rainfall totals, estimated rainfall totals on here from Magnolia Park to Isle of Hope. Take a look at this, Teddy. If you could keep this full, I'm going to put a query on this. And that dark yellow, 3 inches, and that's radar estimated. I definitely think it's possible that maybe even some people saw, oh, I don't know, upwards 4 inches on Isle of Hope toward Magnolia Park and the Bonabella area. So yeah, locally heavy rainfall. That's what we mean by these storms, because Whitmarsh and Wilmington, a man who lives on Wilmington, Ronnie, he told me he didn't get anything. Now, I don't know if he's exaggerating or not, but let me stop this play mode here and take you to the Safe Touch Security First Alert Live Radar. This one does not have lightning on it. Whoa, come on. Has to load for me there. There you go. All right, so people have called and asked when is the rain going to be over. So the question there is not at least until 10 o'clock at this point. So the heavier rain, and it's not as loud as it was, but take a look at this. The heavier stuff falling in from Ridgeland south through Bluffton, the south end of Hilton Head, Coligny Plaza. And so this is the difference between some of the storms that have been moving through the airport on Hilton Head, not getting any rain at this time. And just about to rain for everyone enjoying. It's probably sprinkling for Motown Monday. So heads up if you're watching this Facebook Live. I know Wright Gazaway was asking about the rain. This rain shaft from Shell Point to Port Royal and Paris Island is moving in your direction. And let me see if this has any lightning associated with it. This does not. But let's put the lightning on top of the radar, and the one in Port Royal does not have any lightning associated with, but look at this from, let's see, Hardyville east along 46. So this is basically round 3, noon to 1 to 2, a lot of rain on 46 May River Road. And getting a lot more rain now. So rain-soaked grounds probably, I mean, that to me would indicate some flooding in that area. Whitmarsh to Defusky to even Tybee seeing some really, really heavy lightning at this point in time. So let's go ahead and do the hour by hour. And Pembroke, I know it's I don't want to not include anyone. Raining in Pembroke, getting light showers right now in Statesboro. And this line right here from Millen, oh, my neighbor's texting me. From Millen back to Swainsboro and Vidalia, will it start to run, get to Statesboro? Yeah, so but I'm not, but the heavy stuff is pretty much over for Statesboro West, Sylvania West. And this person calling should tune into the Facebook Live. So Townsend, still seeing some heavy lightning after some really gusty winds. And if you're watching from McIntosh County, and I'm going to join in on you, I'm going to say hi to everybody. If you're watching from McIntosh County at this point in time, and you were in Townsend or Darien, let me know if you got any hail, because we had some radar indicated Ville. It's just one of those detectors that we can figure out if the clouds that we're tracking, the cloud heights, have enough oomph to actually produce the hail, excuse me. I'm trying to get into WTOC.com to say hi to everybody because I really appreciate you guys watching. And got a lot of people out there. All right, so here we go. Garden City flooding in my yard. Yes, just talked to somebody from Garden City. Won't be done until about 10 o'clock. What's up, Betty? How you doing? Strong. I'm going to have to change that. Pardon. I'm in Twickenham by the Savannah Golf Club. Pool just overflowed and water coming in the back door. Michael, can we come to your area and possibly get some video? Raining in Grace. Thank you, Donald. Lightning strong in Midway. Thank you. How appropriate, Rain Black Diamond. Rained hard for about 30 minutes in Fleming. Yeah, so really light in nature, and that's gonna, let's zoom in here and take it full, Teddy. So medium rain from Claxton to Pembroke along 280, and that'll continue to push through. So not quite done yet, but the lightning looks like it's done for Savannah proper, for Rincon, up towards Shawnee. And the lightning is really confined to the islands at this point in time. So Wilmington, Whitmarsh, Thunderbolt, Tybee, Defusky. Bluffton's not an island, but cool like an island, I guess. Hilton Head. And be aware, Beaufort, this is on your way. So if you're heading home or you know somebody who is at the Motown Monday for Beaufort Water Festival, give them a heads up. They're probably enjoying that and not watching this. When will the rain stop in Pooler? Give it another hour. Give it another hour. Look at the radar. So you've still got moderate rain coming in from Pembroke, okay? You'll have a lull in the activity. See the light green, and then some of the heavier stuff will continue to track to the east. Is it possible to panda to Twin? Of course it is. Of course it is. So Twin Forks, Neville's, all right? I'd like to see the rainfall as well. And Gina Bilbo is calling me. Sorry, honey, I can't talk right now. If your neighbor is texting you, it's probably for a good reason. No, actually, Jennifer Adams, he's texting me pictures of a wedding that he went to in Dubai. I talked to him last night. Let's see, what else? Hello, Felicia Evans. How are you? Hi from Springfield. Hoping for a good storm out here. So just rain. Just rain for the next hour for Springfield. You did see hail and thunderbolt. Thank you so much for the report, Amy. You probably didn't get any pictures. If you did, I'd love to share them with the National Weather Service. Sometimes I feel like they, I don't know, they just, I love them. I do, and I appreciate working with them. But sometimes I don't think that they, let's just keep it at that. Okay? Hey, Corey, how are you? Strong warms here in Berwick. So it was super loud. Okay, so basically we are close to Berwick, and literally the sky just let out one last blah, 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 and it has stopped over. It's very light in nature over here. So winding down from west to east, and still getting a lot of lightning and thunder. I would cut it off right at the Truman, actually. Right at the Truman. Maybe a lone lightning strike to the west, but right at the Truman. Hard rain in Port Wentworth. Bring on October. Yes, Gary. Lightning and heavy rain in Okatee. That is where it's probably going to be the worst for the next until 11 o'clock, okay? About to get rocked in Bluffton, correct. Richmond Hill still has lightning, correct. Well, in southern Bryan County, you're probably seeing it. If you could take, I don't know if this is full or not, you could see that. How are we looking for tomorrow? Randall, a carbon, well, not carbon copy because not every day is the same, but the setup is going to be very similar. So high pressure situated in the Atlantic and a little dip, a trough, if you will, along I-95. So it's just a dip in the atmosphere, a little dent. What happens with dents in the road? The water pools there, the moisture pools there. It's the best way I can describe it. And high pressure sitting just far enough away that it will pump in moisture from the Gulf. All right, so it's not protecting us. Usually high pressure will keep us hot and dry and gross, right? But especially in the summertime, at least, you know, Canadian high pressure keeps us nice and cool when it comes in. But this is situated just so where we will we'll get some storms, some strong, heavy downpours every day. So hour by hour, let's do the hour by hour, okay? So not until really, this says 12 a.m. I'm a little bit more, let's say, hopeful that will be done by midnight, but that's why we kept a 20% chance in the forecast. And this shows some showers still lingering by 6 a.m. Once again, I think we'll be dry to start, much like today, much like every day in the summer. We're dry. By noontime, check it out. Here's lunchtime, a spotty downpour or two. This one has it in Brantley County. That could be anywhere. That could be Waycross. That could be Brunswick. That could be Wayne County. And one just north of the viewing area, north of Beaufort County. So here comes the boom. There it is right there. So literally, I don't want to say a carbon copy, but very much possible to have heavy downpours, lightning, street flooding. It's just a situation where, and then we'll be tracking a cold front, and that could give us stronger storms. Yes, stronger storms Wednesday into Thursday. So I got a lot of questions out here. I spent too much time on, and my dog was scared. I'm sorry, Mary. My dog gets scared too. She's an 84-pound German Shepherd, and she will jump on the couch and shake her little tail until the lightning goes away. Yeah, I know. Lights out on Tulahi Island. Thank you for that update, Sue. Now and during hurricane season. Thank you, Ashley. Hey, here's some good news. Speaking of hurricane season, we will not be tracking anything for the rest of the week. Dry Saharan dust coming off of the African coast instead of convective activity, so it's dry air, and the sea surface temperatures are pretty cool in the eastern Atlantic, closer to the African coastline. Our sea surface temperatures near the Atlantic seaboard are running about 84, 83 degrees, so that's why we've seen these kind of developments right off our coast. Chris and Beryl. Beryl actually did develop into a subtropical storm. It didn't have tropical nature, but by all means, it was a tropical storm. It was just subtropical because it did not have a warm chord low. Technicalities, people, technicalities. If it would have come on land, it would have done the same type of damage as a tropical storm. All right, hello from Dublin. A little rain here. Thanks. Oh, Mike, nice to see you. Still storming here in Coffee Bluff. Absolutely, Chris Smith, and will continue to do so in islandish communities for the next hour and a half. I mean, look at all that, right? Yeah, that's going to take its sweet time getting out of here. And now, since we started this Facebook Live, we do have lightning detected north of the Broad. So if you are out and about and you are enjoying Motown Monday, you probably see that across the Beaufort River. So please try to take shelter, okay? Hey, thanks, Billy. Thanks, Jamie. Thanks, Jamie. Yep. Fading away. Yes, it is, Sarah Lightfoot Hodges. I like that. Thanks, Misty. Call down to Earth Tree Service for all right. Shout out to Steve. I needed some tree services as well. I got mine taken care of. Thanks, Lisa. All right, cool. So, so why does one radar spin faster than the other on our screen? Are they different radars? Great question, Rob. So the radars that I have set up here, I'll take a wide view, all right? So the Columbia radar, well, they're spinning, yeah, it's spinning a little faster. They could be spinning theirs faster than the one in Charleston, or it's really in North Jasper County. So yeah, it's spinning that. So it's up to the National Weather Service to determine how fast that spin is. And they're scanning constantly because they're probably taking a look at what's heading. Columbia takes care of Augusta, so that's pretty far away. So they probably scan faster to get a faster return. That's it. Now it's off. It'll catch up to each other. All right, cool. Did I answer Rob's question? Should we be? Yes. So, Michael, back to the advisory. This flooding advisory is in effect until 10:15. Okay. So, I'm not quite sure if if you could see me. But aerial flood advisory for most of Savannah and the islands, notwithstanding Tybee, under aerial flood advisory until 10:15. If y'all have any more questions, and I just put out a fantastic shelf cloud from Pooler. A lot of you did see a shelf cloud in Pooler and in Effingham and in Hinesville, actually. So it was Shelfie Day. See what I did? Shelf cloud plus selfie, Shelfie. But send them in. It was fantastic. Do y'all know who Cliff Calloway is? He took a great unobstructed picture of a great shelf cloud and practice clouds. I'm going to post that on my page in the next couple of minutes, and I did tweet that out. So the National Weather Service has that information. And Amy, I'm going to tell them about your hail in Thunderbolt. In the meantime, when thunder roars, go indoors, and hopefully you guys don't float away tonight. If you have any more concerns, call the station or hit me up on my page at WTOC Jamie. Good night.